Sorry. And male plastic parts like this. They go together like this. And then there will also be male and female metal parts that go together like this. So we want one of each to make our connectors, and I'm going to do one without the right tools and one with the right tools to show you both ways to do it. So first we'll do it with just regular pliers, or you could do this with wire strippers. So let's start with the male side of the black plastic, and we're going to want the female side of the metal connectors. So we're going to take the female part of this and slide it over the crimped wire, and you want these little wings, these little flaps down here to go down to the edge of the insulation. And there's a lot of room in there for the wire, so don't be shy with putting wire in there. And so what you have to do, if you're not using the right tool, it's going to be hard for me to do this on camera, but you want to fold these down, crimp them down onto the wire one at a time. Get the first one down nice and tight, and then flip it over and do the other flap on top. And again, you want it to be circular, you want it to be nice and tight so that it will fit inside the black plastic piece. So it'll look something like that. Now obviously this is a little loose, I'm having a hard time doing this on camera, but keep crimping it down until it's nice and tight. Okay, once you're happy with it being nice and tight, you take the male part of the MC4 connectors and separate it. Now there's going to be a rubber gasket in there, so make sure that you keep that facing the right way, and then slide that part over the metal connector like so. And then you take the metal connector and you push it up inside. You want it to go all the way into these little fins at the back. So you push it all the way in until you basically it can't go any further. And you see, if you look in, sorry, the camera's having a hard time focusing on things. Okay, so if you look at the end there, if you can see, if it'll focus, you'll be able to see the metal there at the end. It needs to be almost to the edge of the black plastic. And then you take the end piece and you twist it on there. And now it's going to take a lot of force without the right tools, but you may want to put a piece of plastic or cloth over that and use some channel lock pliers or something to get enough torque. You don't want any gap in between there. You do not want to see the threads in there. It needs to be flush. So tighten that down as best you can. And this is what it'll look like when it's done. The gasket will be nice and sealed there at the back to prevent moisture from getting in, and there will not be any visible gap in between these two pieces. And you'll be able to, like I said, you'll be able to see the metal connector on the inside almost all the way to the end. Now we'll do the other side with the right tools. Okay, so we strip the wire again to about 1 inch or so, giving us plenty of room. Then we take the other metal connector that we have left over, and slip it on there again so that the little fins on the end, the little tabs, go all the way to the plastic sheath. And then we're going to take our special tool, which is a giant crimper tool. It has these positive stops here at the end where you put the metal connector inside of it, and then it has these parts right here that clamp down. So what we do is we take the piece that we just slid on there, and we're going to put it, let's see which one, this one is the smaller one. So you put it in there until it reaches the back, that positive stop back there, and then at the front you've got to make sure that those little metal tabs go inside the part that's going to crimp down. I don't know all the terms for these pieces, I'm sorry. I just know how to use the thing. So as you crimp down, this will pinch it all together really tightly. Okay, so you get it in there like this. Again, the sheath is just barely at the end, and then you, just like with any other crimpers, you just clamp down real tight. So then you've got it nice and tightly crimped down there. So we're going to take our female part, our female black piece, separate it from the grommeted part, just like we did on the other side. Put this through, so it goes up there, it kind of pops, and if this will focus properly, you'll be able to see down that hole, and you'll see that it's popping out. The metal connector is protruding from the back there, which is important. So then we get this on there a couple finger tight, and then we're going to get our next special tool, which is 2 plastic wrenches. These are identical, and it doesn't matter which one you use on which, but you put one down here on this piece, and then put the other up here on this piece, and then you can twist them real easy. This is so much easier than doing it with channel locks or anything else. Really easy to use. So, and those are like $4 for that special tool. So there you go. You got a perfectly connected MC4 connector again. And then, so what we can do is we can take both sides. Let's focus your camera. And they're usually really snug, and that's fine. You don't want these to be loose, but they'll pop like hopefully you heard that. It snaps when they're in there. And I mean, this is watertight. This is a really good connection. So, and they're really hard to get apart too sometimes. But anyway, that shows you how to make MC4 connectors. If you've never done it before, it's really pretty easy. Once you've done it once, you'll be a pro. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.